My name is Sanjay Gupta. I'm a cardiologist in York. Today is a rather unusual setting for a video, but I'm actually on a hike in the Yorkshire Wolds. Now, why this? The reason is that I realized that I wasn't actually practicing what I preached. You know, it's very easy to sit behind a camera in a comfortable room and advise people to exercise and do good things for their heart. And I wasn't doing it myself. So I said, well, I'll take some time off and I'll do a hike. So here I am. So today's video is called The Healing Path, Walking as Medicine for the Heart. So there is something ancient, almost sacred, about the act of walking. It is one of the first things we learn as children, our first act of independence, our first gesture of curiosity. And yet, as adults, we forget how healing it can be. We walk to get somewhere, we walk with purpose. But what if we also walked to heal? So today I want to talk to you about walking, not just as exercise, but as a meditative medicine for the heart. So let's begin with the heart in the literal sense. From a cardiologist's point of view, walking is one of the most accessible, evidence-based ways to reduce cardiovascular risk. Regular walking lowers blood pressure, improves lipid profiles, improves insulin sensitivity, reduces inflammation, and strengthens the heart muscle itself. In fact, studies have shown that 30 minutes of walking 5 times a week can reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke by up to 35%. It increases your heart rate just enough to condition your cardiovascular system without stressing it. And unlike high-intensity exercise, walking is gentle, sustainable, kind. But its benefits go far beyond the measurable. There is something called the emotional heart. You know, the heart we carry isn't just made of muscle and valves. It is also made of memory, emotion, and longing. And nowhere is it more apparent to me than in myself. You know, my heart so far, touch wood, is physically healthy, but emotionally, it's far from healthy. I carry a lot of conflict. I carry a lot of grief. I carry a desire for connection and belonging. And emotionally, I'm sure that has an effect on my heart. And walking, when done mindfully, allows the emotional heart to exhale. When you walk without rushing, when your steps match the rhythm of your breath, you begin to shift from a sympathetic or a flight or fight state into a parasympathetic rest and digest one. Your cortisol levels fall, your heart rate variability improves, your vagus nerve, which connects your mind and body, begins to hum with calm. There is something about walking that invites clarity. When you move your body, you move your thoughts. When your feet touch the earth, your mind touches silence. In fact, there is a phrase that I love, solvitur ambulando. It can be solved by walking. And walking is also a meditation. You don't have to sit cross-legged to meditate. You can walk slowly, consciously, with presence. You can notice the feel of the ground beneath your feet. You can feel wind brushing your skin. You can listen to the rhythm of your own breathing. And in that moment, your mind becomes still. Not because you force it to, but because you've made space for it to rest. Walking meditation is an ancient practice in many traditions, from the Zen monks of Japan to the forest sages of India. Walking was never about getting somewhere. It was about arriving in this moment, in this body, in this breath. And perhaps that is what the heart needs most. Not more effort, but more presence. So if your heart is tired, physically or emotionally, take it for a walk. Not just a jog, not a race, just a gentle, unhurried walk. Let your feet find their own rhythm. Let breath guide your pace. Let the noise in your mind soften with each step. Because sometimes healing doesn't come in the form of a pill or a procedure. Sometimes it comes in the sound of your own footsteps, returning you to yourself. I'm going to add in some clips of this walk so that you get to see how beautiful the Yorkshire Wolds is. I would love to hear your thoughts. All the best.